7:45 in the morning on Friday morning here in Kuala Lumpur, inside my room at the Kojoy. I'm heading out to meet with a subscriber for a cup of coffee. We're meeting at a Starbucks, which is about a 30-minute walk away for me. The Starbucks at Berjaya Times Square, and I've been there many, many times. To the square. I've never been to this Starbucks. Starbucks is a new thing in my life these days, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, my room has sort of exploded here a little bit. Not so bad yet, but you know, it's gone from a pristine room to, you know, gear explosion over there. Had to rearrange the furniture, you get some clothing. It's getting that lived-in look. And then my counter over here, which was pristine, has now got, you know, coffee stuff and camera stuff, and my bench here covered in clothing and stuff. But what are you going to do, right? You're living here, so you got to spread out. Take out my key card, and then that's one thing about these hotels. I'm busy charging batteries right now, but now that I've pulled out the key card, the power's going to turn off, and the batteries won't be charged when I come back because there won't be any power. So, like that. As they say, the GoPro is no good in low light. How's it in zero light? And here's the view right outside the door of my new hotel. Oop. I haven't made it a habit to eat in restaurants in this part of my neighborhood, so I don't really know what my options are here. Oh, so close to the Maybank. I never noticed that before, to be honest. A Texas chicken outlet. Not only that, but I have no idea what it is. I assume they serve Texas chicken, whatever that is. I've never been inside one. But the fact that they're open 24 hours a day, and they have little booths in there, that's nice. It's funny. I'm essentially in the same neighborhood, but just moving over a couple of blocks makes it feel very much like a brand new city. So you sort of see it with new eyes, you know. I walk down the street all the time, but perhaps I didn't see it as clearly as I am now, because right now, you know, I'm looking around going, okay, there's a KK, there's a 7-Eleven, there's a Watson's, and I passed a guy there at the side of the road who repairs shoes, you know, like a cobbler. I always need one of those guys to sew up a sandal or a sneaker or something. Sew up a hole in a knapsack, something like that. So you just sort of make a mental note about all these places that you might end up needing at some point. This is a crazy kind of intersection. We got the overhead subway line, the giant Maybank building, two big roads meeting here in a weird sort of web. And then you've got this, it used to be the bus station. I don't know what it is anymore. Maybe it's still the bus station. Pusat Transformasi Bandar. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what all happens in there. And to get across some of these roads, you know, you use these overhead pedestrian walkways. Ton of hotels here too. Hotel Sandpipe, Hotel 99, Hotel Transit, Sea Care Hotel. Yeah. As always, I'm astonished at how many hotels there are in the world. I always end up thinking about and talking about how it is that nobody stays home. Like, how in the world can all these hotels be full all the time? Because if you check, I mean, if you try to get a room at one of these places, I'll bet you couldn't, not for tonight. They'll all be fully booked. It was like, who are all these people? Where are they going? Why are they going there? Why haven't they just stayed home? But yeah, so many hotels. Now I've got a bus flashing its lights at me. Ah. And I just got soaked by that puddle. Yeah, Kuala Lumpur, I'm telling you, it's not pedestrian friendly. I mean, gotta watch where you're going. I guess there is sort of a sidewalk over there, but the sidewalk over here, I assume, is on the other side of this barrier. So maybe that's where I'm supposed to be walking. Soaking wet feet now. That was pretty bad timing. I saw the bus coming, so I hopped to the side to get out of his way, but it just happened to be right at a big puddle and there was nowhere I could go. I couldn't avoid the splash. Now I got to get around these puddles, which takes me further out into the road. That guy had the right idea. He just walked right through the puddle, but I'd rather not do that. I was just trying to fight my way past this travel buddy bus, and I realized if there's a travel bus, it probably means I'm right beside a hotel, and I think I am. Swiss Garden, Bukit Bintang. It's like a nice place. It's no Kojoy, but hey, you know, if you can't stay at the Kojoy, you know, you could stay here. I don't know for sure, but I think it's easier to cross here than to try and cross up ahead. So I'm gonna check out this pedestrian bridge. Ah, okay. Beautiful view of the tower. I think I'm seeing a lot more graffiti as well in Kuala Lumpur. And this kind of thing, to be honest, I despise it. I hate graffiti like this. People who do this are extremely thoughtless. Yeah, get a nice view of some of the traffic. And that's what I'm trying to avoid by going over this pedestrian bridge. I could probably make it through that, but this looks like it's the easier route to take. On this side as well, looks like the same people tagged this side as the other side. Something I commented on when I was in Penang was that when you do take these pedestrian bridges to cross the streets, you have to be prepared for the number of people that sleep there at night and during the day. So yeah, there are 3 men up there. They look to be a bit unusual though, because they clearly spent the night there. They're sleeping there, but they seem to have kind of nice, not nice, but they had luggage, like actual. They didn't look like normal street people. They looked like people that were trying to go somewhere and just ended up sleeping outside for some reason. Well, my idea to go this way is not quite as convenient as I thought, because even this route runs straight into this, which of course I cannot get across, so now I have to go inland and get around this. I think these were the 2 men that were up on the pedestrian bridge. They packed up their gear and they're on their way. Yeah, it turns out I can't cross right here where I thought. Obviously, for safety reasons, they put up a barrier. This guy doesn't care. Oh yeah, he just hops right across there. Because you get a lot of fast-moving cars coming here to head onto that on-ramp, I guess. Keeping up with the theme of this little walk, Hotel Alibaba, Oyo Golden Palace Hotel, right here. Right beside that, Hotel Heaven Lodge. Don't know how many of them are open though, because that's I like that. I think that's very optimistic. Sorry, temporarily closed. But I mean, that is a barricade. That is not temporarily closed. That is closed for the ages. They have barricaded themselves in. That place is done, whatever it used to be. Maybe all these hotels are closed. Yeah, this one looks shut down too. Heaven Lodge, no longer heaven. Looks like, yeah, more like purgatory, not heaven. Oh yeah, security guy there. He's got a bed to sleep on. But he chose the sofa instead. Not sure what that says about the bed that they gave him. I finally reached the intersection I was trying to avoid. And this isn't actually that bad. I could easily have walked across here. So I didn't need to do that whole detour. There goes the monorail. And there it is, Berjaya. I honestly thought I'd be here way too early for my appointment. My 8:30 appointment, but I'm getting here exactly at 8:30 to the minute. Oh, looks like a nice one. So yeah, my new acquaintance, new friend was here ahead of me. He was just sitting outside, and we're just chatting for a few minutes. Just put in our order for coffee. It's a different kind of Starbucks. They have this island in the middle with, you know, counter all the way around, and then that's the normal counter area, cash register. But I guess here, yeah, I guess they make some of their coffee there as well. Interesting. Hello. Can I get on camera? Absolutely. Are you Canadian? Yeah, I'm from Canada. Yeah. What are you as well? Canadian? I'm from the USA. Ah, US. Okay. What part? Toronto area. But I've been living overseas. I haven't lived in Toronto for a long time. So, hello. Where have you lived? Taiwan and Korea for the most part. Yeah.
I used to live in Dubai and Qatar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
I just found out that there is a reason for this Starbucks being different. It's a special version, a reserve Starbucks. Because I noticed the latte that I ordered at a higher price than at other ones, and then this special area in the middle, I guess, is part of a reserve Starbucks. And they, with your latte, they give you a little square of chocolate or something. I assume that's chocolate. And then they even have a hostess sort of helping customers out, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's a whole different Starbucks experience. So it appears that I'm here having coffee with a Starbucks expert. He knows all the ins and outs, and he knew of a seating area up here on the second floor. And look at this. It's like it's a secret. There's almost nobody up here. Kind of a, you know, low ceiling, kind of darker, very cozy. Look at that. They have a big seating area over here. Nice. Counter over here, looking out over the windows. And then here's the rest of the interior. People working on their computer over there. And then some really nice soft lounge chairs right there. Looks like this place is big enough you would never have to worry about finding a seat. I mean, you're always going to find a place to sit here. So it's time for the taste test of this latte. My first one or two were so good, I was raving about them. And I had a couple more since that were more just sort of, oh, good, but not to that level. So let's see how this one stacks up.
You would think that this place it would.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Quality.
Yeah. And it's so hot, like to heat up that much latte, that's an achievement.
Yeah.
Most places you get a tiny little cup and they can't even get that hot. So they know what they're doing here.
Very much the same.
And the last touch is a Starbucks chocolate. And I wasn't sure, I thought maybe it was a biscuit or something, but it looks clearly like it must be chocolate. So, yeah. Nice, little, perfect little square of dark chocolate. That's nice. Coffee time is over. Had a good long chat. That was a lot of fun. And since I'm so close to Loyat Plaza, as I said, I thought I would head over there and just go for a walk, check out some of the camera stores over there, see if there's any GoPro accessories, you know, that catch my eye. And here it is, Loyat Plaza. This is my back door entrance. For whatever reason, my walking route in the past would always take me to this door instead of one of the main doors. I don't even know if I know where any of the main doors are, because like I said, this is where I always end up. I'm not sure how successful this little journey will be. I think Loyat is the kind of place where you probably want to have a targeted search. You have something in mind that you want, and then you can come here and get it. But I'm here just to sort of wander around and see what's here, and thinking about, as I said, a certain item for my GoPro that I'm interested in. But since I'm coming here, I thought I'd shoot a little bit of video, and then I'll shut down the camera for most of my wandering around. But yeah, this is the central tower, the central courtyard of Loyat, and right there is a series of escalators to take you higher. It's mainly smartphones down here on the main floor. Very interesting place. A lot of electronics, that's for sure. And if you know where you want to go, like what floor and what store exactly, then you can just hop in one of the elevators. This is one of the bigger camera stores around. There's a big one in Pudu, I think. The YL camera, their main one is in the Pudu area. And the guy I met this morning, an American, he's actually staying at a small hotel in Pudu. And this is YL as well. And I remember I bought my Rode Wireless Go microphone here long ago. I just chatted with the guys at YL. I asked, I'm looking for the gooseneck for my GoPro. Attaches to the JAWS Flex clamp, you know, this sort of long goosenecky thing, and most places don't carry it, and they checked their warehouse, and it's just not in stock anywhere as far as he could tell. So I don't think I'm going to be able to find one, but wander around. Oh yeah, actually this is an interesting camera store. I've been here before. They carry a lot of like smaller accessories that the big stores might not carry. This is called Big Smart. And I remember buying quite a few little gadgets here. So like I said, they just have a nice selection. Like all these little things, all these GoPro accessories that you may not find anywhere else, you know, memory cards and all that kind of thing. Yeah, there's an interesting store there. Oh yeah, actually I remember this place too. I think I've spent time in pretty much every camera store there is here at Loyat. Oh, they actually have a JAWS Flex clamp in the window, and that comes with a gooseneck, but I'm looking for the longer gooseneck, you know, that you buy separately. But that's a very rare item. It's like spotting a unicorn in the wild. And I think I might stop by at Vinijaya for lunch today. Try one more time to order ice water, see how that works out. The guy that I met for coffee this morning, it's kind of funny because he's seen a lot of my videos and he's up to speed with my ice water struggles. And he was at sort of a mixed rice buffet kind of place, and he used ice Kosong. He said he'd like some ice Kosong, and it worked for him. He got ice water using that phrase. So I said I tried it the other day at Vinijaya and it still didn't work. But maybe I'll have to try it one more time and see what happens. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous crossing here. Cars come up here pretty fast. Sometimes they signal, sometimes they don't. So you're never quite sure whether they're going to turn or not. But you wait for a break and then you go for it. Oh, this is interesting. None of this was here last time I was in Kuala Lumpur. All of this was under construction, and there was an actual sidewalk here. I remember I used to walk along this sidewalk, but somehow the construction has removed it, or maybe it's on the other side of this wall. But all of this has been under construction for a long time. Bukit Bintang City Center. The huge complex back there. I wonder if it's finished too. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I'm pretty sure there used to be a sidewalk, but not anymore. And this path back to Pasar Seni takes me right by the tower. Which is kind of why I think about this tower so much, because I used to walk by it all the time from this perspective, you know, when it was under construction. So it was like a part of my everyday life, constantly monitoring the tower as it goes up. And man, what a project. You know, the basic tower is there. I don't know how much is completed on the inside, but the structure is there, but they're still building, you know, that massive parking complex and all the other buildings around the base. What an undertaking. And I'm guessing that this stadium is going to be torn down at some point. I don't think it's being used very much. I think that that property is going to be too valuable to keep it as a stadium like that. It's probably going to be torn down and new buildings put up there as well. That's just my guess though. I haven't heard anything about that. Man, I continue to be amazed. Standing right at the base of this tower. Sun went behind a cloud for a second, so maybe I can look up without being blinded. But man, look at that perspective. That is crazy. Feels like the whole thing is leaning over top of me. Like the whole thing is falling down right now, coming right down on top of my head. That is a crazy sight. Yeah. What gets into our heads as human beings, you know, that somebody sat down and thought, you know what? We need this massive tower right here. Let's build it. That is absolutely crazy. Stand right at the base of one of these things. Oh, now the sun is out. I can't look up anymore. I wonder what my timing is going to be like for Vinijaya, because I've been missing all the good food because I keep trying to miss the rush, and I end up going too early. So I try and miss the lunchtime rush, and I get there before they brought out all the new food for the lunch rush, and I end up eating the leftovers from breakfast. And then if I go there for dinner, I've been trying to avoid the dinner rush, and again I end up going there too early, and none of the new dinner food has been put out yet. And I end up eating all of the the leftover lunch food. Just the dregs of what they had for lunch ends up being my dinner. But this time it's 12:30, should be the height of the lunch rush. So it's gonna be very busy, which I don't like, but they should have all the food, which I do like. We'll see what happens. So far so good, timing is good. I didn't go for anything special as it turns out, but ooh. Papadum. Thank you. Whoa, thank you. But anyway, I was just saying that they have all these new dishes out there, like the good stuff, like the vegetarian, like soy mutton and soy chicken, all these things which are really, really good. I didn't get any of that, but the basic vegetarian dishes like the, just like the soy, like tofu basically, they have it because it is the lunch rush and all the new food came out. And it's all fresh. I was here for dinner last night and I had the same thing. I had this tofu. But it was like shoe leather. It was like eating an old cowboy boot. You know, it was so old and so dried out. It was from the lunchtime, but this is all fresh. And very spicy. Wow. Spicier than normal. It remains to be seen. I just tried out ice Kosong again, and the guy gave me a smile. It was like, he's like, yeah, we know. We've had this discussion every day since you've returned to Kuala Lumpur. So he just sort of smiled and gave me a little nod and a little wink. You'll get your ice water. Don't you worry about it, sir. But we'll see what happens. Maybe I will. And they brought me, I didn't order this either. It's kind of a dish of yellow sauce. I don't know what it is. Nice. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of a little bit, it's not like a sour, spicy thing. It's a sweet, almost like a pudding or a dessert. Very liquidy pudding. That's really nice. Triumph on the ice water front. Look at that. Ice Kosong. We didn't even have a discussion. I didn't have to show photographs. Just delicious cold ice water. We might have finally reached a détente on the ice Kosong front. My small adventures of the morning are over. Lunch is over. Back in my room at the Kojoy, and I'm enjoying that window so much. It's kind of funny. I shot a video while I was walking down the street, going from Vinijaya, the Indian, banana leaf curry house. Back here, I shot a video, but then the GoPro froze, and that file was corrupted, and I lost it. So I'm kind of reshooting it here. And I didn't realize that the file was corrupted until I got back into this room, and I already showered and I made a cup of coffee and I was looking at the video files, and I realized all the files at the end were corrupted. Anyway, I was sitting in here and I was going to film this little not an intro, an extro. Is that what you call them? An extro for this little video. And I didn't have the curtains open. I was sitting here and it seemed kind of dim and dark and dismal, and kind of thinking back to my old guest house. Well, this is normal. This is what rooms look like, isn't it? And then I realized, no, I have a window. So then I opened the curtains, and this daylight, like natural light, just flooded in, lit up the room. And it's so much nicer in here now. Let me show you my window. Right there, look at all that light pouring in. It makes a huge difference to have that much window, letting in natural light. Everything feels just that little bit more cheerful, Anyway, that was a really good morning. Nice walk to go meet my new friend over coffee at Starbucks. Really enjoyed that. Nice chat with him. Hope to meet him again before he leaves Kuala Lumpur. Good lunch. Yeah, that was a really good experience. I finally got my ice water without any discussion at all. We might have that whole ice water thing figured out, all this sky juice business. And the food was really good. I got papadam. I got fresh lunch food, fresh out of the kitchen. And I got a little bowl of like that yellow sweet like dessert sauce or whatever that was, kind of a liquid pudding. That was really tasty. On the way back here, I stopped off at Maro House, my old hostel, where I still have my room, of course. And I just picked up a few items that I'd left behind, and I grabbed those and brought them over to this room. Yeah, and that's pretty much my morning. And now I'm settling in here, as always, with my cup of coffee. Good morning, and it's going to turn into a good day. I hope you're having a good day out there, wherever you are. And as always, yeah, I'll see you in the next video.